Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who wants to ground and pound. The Raiders are #1 in rushing yards, going up against... Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who wants to ground and pound. The Raiders are #1 in rushing yards, going up against the Broncos, who will need to be strong up front.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Here's a handoff to start the drive. To start. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They run again with Starks. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. This is Starks. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Six yards to go here on second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordan Reed, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
They'll set up a throw. And the Raiders have got him. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep open. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. It's a big play there for Oakland. And even 40 yards. Red zone opportunity. Here for starts. And he's got this one down to the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step. And that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll set up to throw. And, it'll be intercepted. And, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. And tough starting field position here. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Looking to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. Back
He'll
here we go.
drop to throw. Stiff-armed him. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short. They elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, set the tone, can't connect there. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they started that drive from the shadows of their own end zone all the way back at the 2, and they're able to get 3 out of it.
And, you know, shadows tend to scare people, right? Not in this case. This offense was not jumpy at all, handled it very well, put themselves into a position to score. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll begin the drive on the ground with Starks. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one completes a read. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now they try the right side here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a suddenly he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
Starts. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
On play action, they'll throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Broncos send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He's going to field this at the 4. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. 96 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. 2nd down now after the pass completion. From the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, get a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Chargers have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Back down in Philly. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. No. Check.
This is Starks to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now Starks. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. A Raider first down, 17 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll set up a throw. Boy stays up. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
An update from down in Southern California. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. That worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders have recovered. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
Reed wrestling ahead. Out to the left here to Reed. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 47-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd down following the run.
All right, here we go. Green. Over. Back to that Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Over.
They'll drop to throw. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stevens. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go now. Detroit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Back to throw here. Pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in this. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An update from down in Southern California. Chargers continue to pull away. They have opened that lead up even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Patriot, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An update from down in Southern California. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is Simpson with a catch. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Gary and Conley.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Defense showing blitz.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Now, here we go. Check.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pope. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2.
Watch him now, Barney. Let's go. Blue line. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Feels right. Set. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DeMarcus Walker able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
An update from down in Southern California. Chargers have scored again, so they are really opening it up. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevens. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the D looking like they may blitz.
All right, here we go.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Raiders on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and 15.
Blue 90.
And pushed down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Oakland. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Watching that body.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts, and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
All right, now, look.
Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Let's go. Watching that, Barney.
Again on the ground, again with Starks. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And Reed with it over the middle. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they try the right side here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory.